What's going on, YouTube? Merry Christmas! There's some stuff coming down the pipe in January. We're going to talk about that. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Do your own research. Be your own advocate. This is merely my opinion. Today is Christmas 12/25/2025. A lot of 25s in there. A lot of 2s. 12/25/2025, 1:41 AM Pacific Standard Time. We're going the wrong direction. I wanted 3,100 subs by Christmas. We're at 3,092. I'm losing. But that's okay. We started off with under 3,000 beginning of the month, I want to say. So, I'm not going to make that goal. But I made the previous goal and I moved the goal post. So, that's okay. So if you could take a moment to like, subscribe, comment, so I know you're here, show some love. Do the same on Rumble. Let's look at metal prices real quick. As we sit here today, we are looking at silver flat at $72. $72. It was not that long ago. It was about a third of that at 25. I mean, it really struggled for that between that $25 and $30 range for a long time. Up 38 cents. Gold, 44.80.58, down $6.95. I laugh because, again, the summer before last, so what, about 18 months ago, excuse me, gold was around $2,000 to 2.2K. I'm like, y'all better start buying gold. The names I was called. Well, it's doubled and then some. Platinum, 22.48.80. Very impressed with platinum lately, down 51.55. Palladium, 17.39.08, down 137.93. GSR, 62.13 according to CMI. So, first of all, I have some orders of silver on the way. One of them was a deal I couldn't pass up. A lot of you are not going to agree with my purchase. That's okay. I have a strategic reason for doing the things that I do. They may not always be correct. They may be incorrect at times, correct at others, correct overall, incorrect overall. But generally speaking, I have amassed a pretty decent sized stack over the years. I'm going to stick with what works for me. When I see a deal on something that's not always the most loved, but it's a deal, and I see silver prices going where they are, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take advantage of the deals. It's not about my feelings, it's about the money, the profits, the deals. It's about the security, the financial wealth preservation. My feelings, my emotions change nothing in the grand scheme of things. Don't fall victim. Starting January 7th, and man, y'all, this was a lesson I learned. I'm going to go ahead and say 2001, 2000, 2002, 2000, 2001, something like that. The student loan trap. Fell for it. Sure did. And they took my tax returns for years back when I couldn't manage my money because I didn't pay the loans. That's a whole nother story. Ultimately, it's my fault, but the school did, excuse me, shut down, and I never got my money. Again, there's a story behind all that. But you know what I did get? Stuck with the loan. And for years, I took my tax returns. Well, now, starting January 7th, apparently, unless something changes, they are set to start garnishing wages on delinquent student loan loans. Student loan loans. Now, fundamentally, I agree. If you took the loan, you owe the money. Now, what's that going to cause? And again, I agree. You take the loan, you pay the money. But we have to detach ourselves from that And say, what's that going to cause? Well, it's going to cause more financial strain. I mean, they're set to garnish, okay? Take a percent out of your checks at work. People are already strapped. They're already broke. These people have mortgages, some of them. Will they be able to make their mortgages? I don't know. These people have rent, a lot of them. Not all of them. Are they going to be able to pay their rent? I don't know. I do stand to potentially make a lot of profit. I'm hedging myself against a real estate default situation, which actually has been going up. If you look at the numbers, and they're not even hiding that, mortgage defaults are increasing, and that is something that I've talked about before, that I've seen coming, and I've been positioning myself to take. Not that I want it to happen. I don't want to see Americans losing homes, but I've positioned myself to take advantage financially, should that happen, through the way I invest in certain funds. And to my benefit, because I'm not where I need to be or where I want to be, or where I'm projected, my projected goal is to have a certain amount of my portfolio allocated in those funds. I'm not there yet, and it's happening, but it's happening slower than I projected, so that gives me more time. And hopefully I lose on this bet, I guess. Again, it doesn't mean I want it to happen. Hopefully I lose and I'm wrong, because that means people get to keep their homes. But I do see an increase in that. It's already happening, and I think, again, while I'm for it, I think that things like garnishing wages for any reason, student loans included, will contribute to that accelerating. Something else I've noticed. There are very few prepping channels I watch. I'm going to go ahead and say I have been religiously watching one for quite a while. And I probably now pretty religiously watch 2 to 3 more. And the 2 to 3 that I watch now, I've watched previously, and I've noticed a real shift. And that shift is, the one I've always consistently watched talked about gold and silver consistently, but the others mentioned it here and they mentioned it there. I mean, they were aware of it. And one of them's even mentioning how concerned they are with the extreme price increases and how fast it happened. And I have to agree, that's very concerning. But I've noticed a shift in prepping channels that I watch. They're talking about it a lot. And I think they're concerned. And I think that's smart and wise to be concerned. Pay attention. Gold and silver. Gold is a huge barometer for what's happening, for what's coming. It seems that silver is becoming as good of a barometer possibly as gold. And platinum even. The metals are telling us something. And they're scared. They're concerned. And so am I. And I think with the quantitative easing ending, or excuse me, the quantitative tightening ending, us entering back into a quantitative easing situation, a money printing situation, I think we're going to see more inflation. Us heading toward garnishing student loans, which, again, I agree with. I get it. I think that's going to contribute to financial markets in a huge friggin' way over time. I just don't see a lot of positives. There's a lot of conflicts in the world right now. I think that's going to push metals up. I think that's going to push asset prices up. So it's Christmas. Happy birthday, Jesus. Hopefully we can all spend time doing whatever it is we'd love to do, or at least not spending time doing something we hate to do today. How about that? And take a moment to reflect on our past, our present, and our future. How we conduct ourselves as people, the future of our nation, our world, our humanity. Prepare ourselves. I mean, we're almost into 2026, y'all. That's crazy. Where does the time go? That being said, hit the like. Have a Merry Christmas. Leave a comment so I know you're here. I can't stand when people say, well, I watch your videos all the time. Didn't you know that? How the hell am I going to know that if you don't leave a comment? I'm not. So hit the like. Show some love. Leave a comment. Head on over to Rumble. I almost said YouTube. You're already here. Head on over to Rumble. Show some love over there. It's a slow grow. It's very stagnant lately. You show the love, I'll post more. It's that simple. And whatever you do, have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your time today. I have a very special guest coming up. I should have mentioned this in the beginning of the video. I slipped my mind. I'm getting old. Very special guest. It's going to be Monday, which I believe is the 29th. Is that correct? Let me check my calendar here. Yeah, buddy. Monday the 29th, which incidentally is also when I'm supposed to get a lot of my silver, but might show up Saturday if I'm lucky. And one of the orders hasn't even shipped yet, which is ridiculous because I ordered them all the same day pretty much. So what's up with that? And then I got another one that I paid e-check for and it hasn't cleared, so that's great. That'll be something to look forward to. I kind of like that. Anyway, I got a special guest on Monday. It's going to be 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There will be a live stream on this channel, a thumbnail created, a video created within the next few days. So hopefully y'all can jump over there, hit the like, hit the notification. Hopefully y'all can, make an appearance, come in, hang out, interact in the chat. And that being said, keep stacking.